Hi, I'm Mr. Bowers, and you're watching Riverside Live.
All right, guys. In 30, 20. Fade to black in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade from black, cue microphone, cue talent.
Hey, you're watching Riverside Live. I'm your host, Samantha Scrivener. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful Christmas break and is settling back into school. I know we're back at it with a new pop culture, a special interview with Kendall Osborne from the Closet Studios, and an original song from Bryce Nelson. But first, Sam, I understand we have an apology right now.
Yes, we do, and it sounds like a great show ahead of us. But first, hi, I'm Sam Carrico, and on our last broadcast, some things were said that were entirely inappropriate. We were experiencing technical difficulties at the time, and we went live at a time we just weren't prepared for. But that's no excuse, so I just wanted to take this moment to sincerely apologize for my words, and if I offended any of our viewers, it will not happen again. Anyways, on with the show.
Thank you, Sam. Our first video we have is about a woman who shares her story and view on what society seems to expect women to look like. From what we see on TV to what's plastered all over magazines, we'll talk about it here.
My name is Fonda Cole, and I was born in DeRidder, Louisiana, and I am fat.
Growing up with a parent who was abused, Fonda found it hard to sometimes connect.
She never was able to get help with it. She had told me that she wanted to get help with it, and my dad wouldn't let her go get help. So I think in spite of her not being able to get the help, I think she did the best she could. And we're a bigger family, bone structure-wise. That kind of bothered her, so it would come out in her words, well, why don't you lose weight? So it was kind of a contradiction. We ate like that as a family all the time, so whether it was a celebration or not, but at the same time, you want to lose weight. I think the introduction of scales, mirrors, then the introduction of TV, pictures, and video gave us an image of what we truly look like. The body became overly important because, you know, average woman's size even today is about size 14. That's kind of what happened in my relationship with my daughter. She had told me that a picture she had seen of me, I said, oh, I'm so fat, but everybody tells her that, you know, she looks just like me. Even though I'm saying it, her view of it was, even though it was my words were one way, but my actions about myself were another way.
53% of girls in America are unhappy with their bodies at age 13 and 78% at the age of 17.
I struggle with depression, eating, when I'm happy, when I'm sad. My emotions lead the way in a lot of cases. My daughters tell me a lot that I am beautiful. Now, do I believe it? No. Do I want to believe it? Yes.
Sometimes we do try too hard for perfection. Think of someone you could tell something nice to today while we take a short break. Don't go anywhere. Riverside Live will be right back.
Yonder come a Mr. Rosie. How the world do you know? Well, I can tell it by her apron and the dress she wore. Umbrella on her shoulder, piece of paper.
Hey, it's January 12th, and today so happens to be a very important day in music. Led Zeppelin released their first self-titled album in 1969. Then in 1974, Joker by the Steve Miller Band peaked the charts at number 1. I've been Casey Rash.
Now in the studio with us, we have Mr. Kendall Osborne, a local recording studio owner. Hey Kendall, it's great to have you here with us. So
Glad to be here.
how about you tell us the name of your recording studio and what exactly you do there?
Sure. My studio is called the Closet Studios, and I've been in studio for about 5-6 years now. And we record basically anything that needs to be recorded. So bands, artists, singer-songwriters, whatever.
Okay. How did you get your business up and running?
Well, like a lot of audiovisual type industries, it starts as a hobby, and it was for me too. So I'm a musician. I wanted to record myself, so I started doing that. And over time, you have people that ask, can you record me? Can you record my band? And soon enough, you start doing that for money, and then it's not much up front, but 6 years go by and you build up a client base of people wanting you to, record for money. And I've been blessed enough to be able to do it full time now for the last 4 years. So I guess I've been doing this for about 8 years, but now it's been full time for about the last 4.
Okay. I understand that you teach the adult night class for broadcast sound here at Riverside.
I do.
What exactly can you expect to get out of these classes?
So this year actually is the first year. We now have 2 classes. So we have a recording class and we have a mixing class, and we were able to separate those into 2 distinct classes. And these classes are really sort of packed with information over 10 weeks. Each class is 10 weeks. And they're really packed with tons of information from step 1 of how does sound work, all the way to how to work as a producer, and what does it mean, and what does it mean to run a studio, and if you're working in somebody else's studio, what's your role there. And we cover really all the bases, and then it goes through the mixing class to talk about how to make a mix, which is a totally new process from recording. So I'm really excited about that. There's a lot of great information.
That's awesome. Now, what advice would you give to somebody who's wanting to start their own business?
I would say probably the best advice I have for anyone wanting to start their own business is to just do it. And I know that sounds the simple advice, but a lot of people wait until they're financially ready to do it, or they wait until there's this perfect moment. They wait until they have this degree or whatever. And truth be told, if you wait until you're ready, you won't do it. And so the best advice I have is just to start doing it. And you don't want to make a business out of something that you hate.
Right.
So it'd be a nice thing if you really actually enjoyed it. And then, so find what you really like to do that, and do it now.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for being here with us,
course.
Kendall. Now it's that time in the show we check in with our guest host, Sam Carrico.
Wow, Kendall has some really great advice for first-time business owners. Maybe with that I can make my YouTube channel, the Film Fan Club, into a more solid organization one day. Now our next segment is another pop culture powwow, and I have to say this may be the best one we've seen yet. This time we've got movies, memes, and music. Take a look. Hey guys, welcome right back to the Pop Culture Powwow, kicking it right here on Riverside Live. I'm still Sam Carrico, and let's see what had people talking lately. Oh no. Oh dear God, no. I'm being told that Michael Bay is indeed returning to direct the 5th Transformers film. Bay's been there since the beginning with the first film with Shia LaBeouf, and to be honest, I didn't really care for any film other than the first film with Shia LaBeouf, so I wouldn't really mind if they just rebooted it at this point, but it looks like he'll be back for Transformers 5 nonetheless. It might even be his last one too, so I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe everyone else likes him. What do you think? Switching it over to a movie series that I actually enjoy, Star Wars The Force Awakens was released over Christmas break, and it definitely lived up to the hype. It had a lot of standout moments, some of which were a little unexpected. I'm sure you guys have seen the crazy memes featuring TR-8R, the loyal stormtrooper with 6 spins. Well, if not, check out some of these memes right here. Gosh, those are funny. Well, maybe just for Star Wars fans. Well, maybe just to me, but nonetheless, these memes have been setting the internet on fire, like I said, so check them out if you get the chance. And finally, 2015 is over and a new year is upon us, so we can finally look back and see what were the biggest hits musically of 2015, some of which they may surprise you. Adele's Hello and Drake's Hotline Bling didn't even make the top 5. Well, what did make the top 5, you're asking? Hits like Uptown Funk, Take Me to Church, and See You Again from artists like Bruno Mars and Wiz Khalifa did make the list, and seeing Uptown Funk at #1 is no surprise because that was really my favorite song of the summer. I mean, it's just so catchy. Well, there you have it, guys. I'm glad to be back for another Pop Culture Powwow this year, and I hope you guys have a great 2016. I'll see you soon. I'm Sam Carrico. Thanks for joining.
Sam, I have to say, that was a pretty well done pop culture.
Well, thank you, Samantha. I think it was pretty awesome, too. On next week's show, we'll see how maintaining a healthy body may be easier than you think, along with a rap performance by Dujuan Harris.
We'll also have a look at our Riverside Campus's own animation students for Mr. Hopkins' class. To end the show, a musical performance by Bryce Nelson. It's been great. It's been real. We'll see you next week on Riverside Live.
To get away from what he didn't want to see at home. We got arrested, he did his time. Now he writes music for the ones who are broken way down inside. 'Cause he is broken, I am broken. We are all the broken wandering. When I was young, I thought the world was wonderful. It was my oyster, I could be whatever I want. Now after 17 years, I'm just another self-loathing socialist punk with